I have Algeria on behalf of NAM, and then Russian Federation and Saudi Arabia. Algeria, you have the floor, please.
Thank you, Mr. President. I have the honor to deliver these remarks and questions on behalf of the non-aligned movement, and to express our views and pose several questions within the framework of this interactive informal dialogue with the United Nations Secretariat on the revitalization of the work of the General Assembly, particularly in the context of the UN80 initiative, which entails a structural reform and budgetary reduction. These comments and a question were sent in advance to the Secretariat. Also, the NAM would like to thank the co-facilitator, Ambassador Matthew Joini, Permanent Representative of South Africa, and Ambassador Cornel Fechuta, Permanent Representative of Romania, for convening this exchange between the permanent mission and the Secretariat, offering a valuable opportunity to address various issues concerning the improvement of our future work within the General Assembly. Allow me also to express our appreciation to the senior representative of the UN Secretariat for their participation in this dialogue today. The NAM reaffirmed its commitment to a strong, inclusive, balanced, and fully functional United Nations in all of its core pillars. In this regard, we would like to offer the following key observations and questions. First, concerning implementation of resolution on revitalization of the work of the General Assembly. We commend the effort undertaken by the Secretariat to implement the decisions of the General Assembly related to the revitalization of its work and to ensure the smooth organization of meetings and related activities. However, there is a clear need to conduct in-depth evaluation of the implementation status of the relevant General Assembly resolutions in order to identify underlying causes of delays or non-implementation and progressively remove the constraints preventing the full potential of the revitalization process from being realized. We have the questions about this issue. What measures have been adopted by the Secretariat in coordination with the Office of the President of the General Assembly to support the effective implementation of these resolutions? While we acknowledge progress reported by the Secretariat, the NAM encourages the Secretariat to share correct suggestions or proposals with member states that could assist in advancing the implementation of General Assembly revitalization measures. Second point, multilingualism and language equality. The NAM attach the utmost importance to multilingualism, a core value of the United Nations. We welcome ongoing digitalization efforts while calling for enhanced proactive dissemination of documents in all 6 languages. Regarding multilingualism, we have 2 questions. Are there any planned improvements to ensure the simultaneous availability of documents in all 6 official languages? What concrete steps in the Secretariat taken to promote multilingualism on an equal footing? We also underscore the importance of UN press release, which must accurately and impartially reflect the positions expressed by all member states. What safeguards has the Secretariat established to ensure impartiality and equal treatment of all member states' views in UN press coverage? Third, regarding side events during the general debate, the NAM recalls that the general debate of the General Assembly is a politically significant occasion during which all member states should be able to express their views with the solemnity, visibility, and attention befitting universal multilateralism. In that spirit, various resolutions on revitalization have encouraged the limitation of side events during high-level week in order to preserve the institutional impact and political gravitas of this foundational moment. What operational guidelines has the Secretariat put in place to ensure a coherent and fair regulation of parallel events organized by the UN system entities during this period? Also, in relation with these questions, what steps have been taken to encourage these entities to adhere to the voluntary commitment to reaffirm from holding parallel events during the general debate? Fourth, equitable geographical representation. It's a principle, it's very important for the NAM. Despite several resolutions adopted since 1990, equitable geographical representation, especially in senior position within the Secretariat, remains inadequate. Some leadership functions continue to appear concentrated among certain nationalities, regions. What obstacle persists in the full implementation of Article 101 of the Charter regarding both competence and equitable geographical distribution? Fifth, UN80 initiative, SDGs, and a budget impact. All this point is related. The NAM seeks clarity on how the UN80 initiative aligns with the 2030 Agenda for the Sustainable Development, and which thematic priority will guide the Secretariat's strategic planning for the upcoming cycle. We have two questions. How does the Secretariat intend to align the implementation of the UN80 with the achievement of SDGs? What are the priority themes identified for the next strategic planning cycle regarding the financial implications? How will the Secretariat ensure that cost reductions do not come at the expense of equitable geographical representation, particularly for developing countries, in the Secretariat workforce? Has an impact assessment been undertaken to evaluate the regional and personal level consequences of anticipated cost reductions? The last point, its mandated function and the OPGA. The NAM is concerned with ensuring the mandated functions by the General Assembly remain fully funded and operational even in the context of reform and budget streaming. Have objective criteria been defined to determine which areas may be rationalized without compromising the fundamental mandates of the General Assembly? With regard to the Office of the President of the General Assembly, the NAM underscores the need to provide it with stronger and more sustainable institutional support to enable it to carry out its increasingly complex functions with impartiality, effectiveness, and independence. What provision does the Secretariat envisage under the UN80 initiative to ensure stable, sufficient, and predictable budgetary and logistical support for the OPGA while avoiding excessive reliance on extra budgetary funding? In conclusion, the non-aligned movement reiterates its commitment to an effective, inclusive, and transparent multilateralism. We thank the Secretariat for its openness to dialogue and encourage the continuation and deepening of these exchanges, including through more regular and open consultation with Member States in order to help ensure the follow-up of the implementation of measures undertaken by the Secretariat. I thank you.
I thank Algeria on behalf of the non-aligned movement.